Good morning. I'm going to be doing a walkthrough on your Cougar, and we are currently on the passenger side where we have the awnings out. You want to make sure that you don't leave the awnings out when it's stormy weather or the winds kicks up. It will take the awning right up over the top, and you'll have an expensive repair bill. As we also look at another maintenance item is your rubber roof. Your roof has a seal across the front, one across the back. Everything that comes up through the roof has Dicor sealant around it. Dicor is a brand name. They make a lot of things for campers. They make this sealant that's non-silicone. Do not use any silicone on that roof. It will eat through the membrane. Before we come on around to the front, your storage area all the way through, you do have a battery disconnect on the other side, and LP tanks up front. You have an LP tank on each side, and they're both on right now, so we can demo some things inside. So we come on around front, you have your spare tire, your batteries, and your batteries are deep cycle marine. You want to make sure you check the cells about every 4 to 5 months. Make sure the water's staying over the plates. If it's at or below the plates, just add some distilled water. Your docking lights are located up here, and they were on when we took the photo. And your other LP tank is over here. Your regulator is up on top. You see the little green X. That means there's gas in the tank, and it's pointing towards this tank right now. This tank is on. If this tank runs dry, the regulator will automatically switch to the other tank if it's on. So it's a good idea not to leave both of them on, and that way you know you have a backup. The other side of your storage area, you have your inverter up here for your residential refrigerator, your battery disconnect there, and your level up system here. All you need to do is push the button on, hit auto level, and it will start to level. It's going to raise or lower the fronts first, and then it will come back and do the rears. So while we're waiting for that to happen, we will go ahead and shoot the center here, where we have your winterization, your bypass for your water heater, your winterization knob, city hose connection, and it's a good idea to have a pressure regulator to hook up to the source so you don't blow your hose. Your tank flushes here, and you'll flush your tank after you've dumped your black tank and it shows that there's still something in the black tank. Then you can use that flush to flush it out. Your black tank outlet is here, the bayonet connection, and you'll just twist that cap off, twist the hose on, make sure you're in a dump, then you'll pull your black first. After your black is drained, then you're going to pull your gray and wash out your hose. You never want to leave those valves open. If you're at a full hookup, let those tanks fill up to at least 2/3 before you dump them. Come around to your water heater. Your water heater is gas or electric. You just want to make sure there's water in the tank before you light it off. To light it off either with electric, which these are your electric elements, or gas, you just go inside and push a button. Behind that is your furnace exhaust. You want to get a screen for that to keep mud daubers and little varmints out. It's a good idea to purchase that at any RV shop. You can call our RV parts and they will send it to you. Your freshwater fill is here, and we have put water in the tank so that we can demo things inside. And there is a fresh water drain right there. You pull that 2-inch valve and you can dump that tank easily. Your 50 amp service is here. All that cable is yours, as well as the 50 to 30 reducer that we put on there. So come on around. Very nice unit. We're going to go inside and do the same thing in just a minute. You have outdoor speakers. Those speakers are water resistant, not waterproof. So don't spray directly into them. You can wash the unit down and it will receive rainwater without any damage. So come on inside. First thing you're going to see is your power panel. The power panel has the 110 breakers on the left side. They're all marked as to what they go to, and then past your converter or your 12 volts, and they're marked as well. Above that is your LP and carbon monoxide detector. In order to open up your service panel here, it's 4 zeros. This way you can go to your HVAC and either start the fan, cool, or off, and then you can adjust your temperature after that. Come on to your lighting. Your lights are all on, but you can turn them off and on here. Your back, your slides and your awnings are all located here, and they're labeled as to what they go to, and you push the button in or out. Settings, then you can go to your settings for your Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, password, floor plans. It has all the information there. Your battery, it indicates that it's charged up to 13.6 volts. Water pump is on. Water heater, if I turn that on, it's off right now. I can turn it on to electric, and now it's on electric. Next to that, your interior lights that you can turn on are off here. You also have light switches up here, which are over your sink, and accent lights. And as we're up here, we'll come on to the bathroom. You have the light switch here in the corner, your GFI there, and your toilet. You can fill the bowl by simply pressing the valve slightly. It'll fill the bowl to where you want to use it. All the way down and flush it. And that is also where you're going to put your black tank chemicals. You want to put your black tank chemicals in as soon as before you start camping, and they last for about 7 days. So if you haven't dumped your tank in 7 days, you're going to need more chemicals. And after you do dump your tank, I always put chemicals in, even if I'm going home, so that the tank keeps smelling fresh. So coming to the bedroom, you have storage underneath the bed. You have nice wardrobes. And your light switch you can operate here or on the main panel. You do have a vent here. It's without a fan, but it does have access. You could put another AC up here. So we come on back to the kitchen. You have your residential refrigerator, and it will run off of your inverter while you're traveling. And when you are traveling, you want to put this in the slot in order to keep the doors from coming open. Come on around to your cooktop. You have a light to work by. You just turn your valve to light and hit the sparker, and each burner has its own sparker, so you can light one at a time or all three. You can also do the same thing in the oven by turning the valve to pilot, holding it in, and hitting the sparker, and that will light your oven. You want to travel with the top down so that it does not fall and break. Above that's your microwave, and then you have a power tower here that stores back into the countertop. You're going to find your keys when it's delivered located here on the sink. And while we're here, we'll just touch the handle. The water pump's working fine. The TV has its own remote, and TV's working fabulously. And your fireplace has its own remote, as well as your radio. You'll find all those in the kitchen drawer. This couch does make out into a bed. All you do is pull the pillows off, raise the bottom. There are legs on the bottom, and you'll fold it out, and it will then make into a bed. The lights over the couch turn off with the push of a button in the center. You also have your recliners and nice table and chairs, and these lights have its own button here as well as a dimmer. We have pretty much covered everything inside and out. We hope that you enjoy your camper when you receive it, and we know you will. Thank you for buying your unit from Homans.